Hey, what is happening, all you crazy internet people, and welcome to yet another vlog. My name, as always, is Drake, and today we are going to be talking about something that has kind of been on my mind today especially. So I'm going to start out with a little story. So back when I was 15, 16, around that age, I was really concerned about my body. I've always, pretty much since adolescence, I've always been somewhat curvy, and technically speaking, in terms of medicine and science, I would be categorized as slightly overweight. And I was never really happy about that, especially during this time of 15 and 16. So around that age, I decided to go on this very, very extreme diet. I pretty much ate a maximum of 1,600 calories in one day. And though I did try to eat, nice, healthy, clean foods, I was eating a lot of hummus, a lot of soy milk, and things along that nature. I was also exercising, which was, I admit, that was actually a really good point of what I was doing. But I feel that I was starving myself so I could achieve this aesthetic that, looking back now, I would have never been able to achieve. I always kind of wanted in that time to be like the typical, skinny, sexy, skater boy kind of aesthetic. I wanted to have that thin body, maybe gently toned, though I'm not really big into having huge, huge appearance of muscles. I think subtle muscles are very nice, but I kind of wanted to be really, well, I don't want to say I kind of wanted to be. I really wanted to be thin back in that time, and I did it. I got down to 140 pounds, and from that time, I was feeling really good about myself. I thought, I look really sexy, and I'm skinny now, and I am great. But looking back now and over the years, especially with some of the friends that I have had in my life, and during that time as well, a lot of those people, as well as myself, they saw just this scrawny, malnourished, essentially, kid. And I can absolutely agree with that. Like, I just looked ridiculously skinny. I was way too skinny for my body type. I describe my body type as like high school football player because I feel like a high school football player in kind of the typical form has kind of a, broad shoulders, a wider chest, and, a little bit of curve to him. And I feel like I do have that kind of body type because I definitely do have a wider chest, broader shoulders, and I do have curves. And I've come to love my curves as I've kind of snapped out of that period where I was 15 and 16 and I just really wanted to be skinny. Once I really started to realize that what I had done during that time wasn't healthy and started to learn to love myself more, I realized that my body as it is right now and is beautiful and should be something celebrated. And lately I have been thinking a lot because I was seeing a lot of advertisements from small businesses that I follow where the models are starting to change. They're no longer these trim and or muscular individuals. They're starting to become individuals that do have curves, men and women with curves, or men and women who are larger. And I feel that that is really important because the people who are probably buying a lot of the products that are advertised with very trim and fit men and women in them are indeed these more normal body types where, there's curves, there's a little bit extra, maybe a little tummy, who knows. But I feel like that kind of marketing where you put more normal body types into the marketing, you're promoting that this is what our consumer looks like, this is what normal looks like. if you look anything like this, you too are beautiful, just like this person in the advertisement, and you will look great in our product. I especially love products that might be designed or, might be geared more towards the trim individual, but also look fantastic on somebody with curves like myself. I think it is a great design when that happens, especially with clothing. And it had me thinking a lot, this whole idea of having more normal people in advertising and less of the, trim, ideal body image in advertising, that, I would absolutely love to model, or try modeling at least. Obviously I am not the most trim person, but at the same time, I am in love with the idea of having more normal body types in advertising, and I think to kind of prove that, I would love to get into modeling to show people, hey, this is normal, this is me, this might also look like you. And even, going beyond my goal of just showing that normal is not trim and fit necessarily, but normal can be curvy, and curvy can be beautiful. And I've been thinking a lot about, especially the idea of modeling clothing, because obviously clothing is something that's worn on the body, and the body shape kind of matters with clothing. So if you can get somebody like me looking good in your clothing, and say you're a t-shirt company or something along those lines, a lot of people might see that this product looks great on normal people, and this is what a normal person looks like. It keeps coming back to that point that this is what a normal person looks like, and I kind of look like that person, and that person is beautiful, so maybe I'm beautiful. I'm not saying that I'm beautiful by any means, but I feel that my body, at least to myself, is beautiful in that it's me. It's a part of me, and I have to learn to love that. And I have, to a very decent degree, to learn to love my body because it's me. I actually had an opportunity a few months back where I could have applied to model some clothing for a small company that I do follow and I absolutely love, but it didn't work out. And though that's fine, I would love to go after another opportunity like that, where I can kind of show off the product, but also show off a normal body and spread the message that this is normal, this is beautiful. And I'm hoping that I can find an opportunity like that. Right now, I'm kind of working to trim myself a little bit, not drastically, not anything near what I had done when I was 15 or 16, absolutely not anything like that. Right now, I'm looking to lose maybe 20, 30 pounds and maybe tone up muscle just a little bit, because I do like having, not only the straight up toned look in terms of, oh, you can see a little bit of muscle in my arm or something like that. Being able to develop the discipline and the routine that comes with working out and successfully, bringing your body to a slightly better state. But even today, I would love to do something with modeling. Like if somebody were to tell me, hey, you're exactly what I'm looking for this, say, this shirt and pants shoot. I would love to have you in my shoot right now. I would absolutely say yes, because I think it is a great way to show off what a normal body looks like. And perhaps even the fact that I hadn't prepared for the shoot, I think that adds a little bit more honesty to what a normal body can look like. Moving on to something a little bit more lighthearted, there is a new app out. It is called MeTomo. It is made by Nintendo, and it is great. It's not the most, deep kind of app, and a lot of people will consider it kind of a mix between a game and a social network. But at its heart and soul, MeTomo is kind of a social network. It's almost like a very, very stripped down version of Facebook. Like if Facebook was just answering questions and commenting and liking on your own answers and the answers that your friends have to those questions, if that was Facebook, MeTomo would basically be a Facebook clone. the basic gist is that you have all these questions to answer. So you answer them, and then your friends also answer questions, and then you guys can like and comment on each other's answers. And of course, being Nintendo and a product called MeTomo, the app is centered around the Mii characters. So the first thing you do when you get into the app is you make your Mii character. And I have been somewhat addicted to this app. I actually have it pulled up right now. But oh gosh, glare. Whee! So this is MeTomo, and this is my Mii. And basically I just go through and I answer questions. So like here I have a question that says, so, can you tell me something interesting? Let's see, something interesting. A person can have up to 6 x-rays in 1 year safely. So I'm going to type that in. Hit OK, and I've answered the question. So I get coins for answering that question, which is kind of nice. Basically, the whole app runs on a currency, which is basically coins, and that currency you can use to buy items in the shop to dress up your Mii in different ways. I mean, you can do anything from just wearing boxers to cross-dress to the extreme. Like, literally every piece of clothing that your Mii is wearing is cross-dressed. Of course, the social aspect is really nice about it. There's one thing that I am kind of confused about, which is the games section. There's a little section within the shop where you can play this game that's similar to Plinko, where you basically drop your Mii character, and along the way you can win certain clothing items, certain other prizes, and it confuses the hell out of me, because first off, I have never been able to win. I've played this thing maybe 8 or 10 times, and I've never been able to win a round or anything other than candies. Candies are kind of like the consolation prize. Like, thank you for playing. You aren't very good, but here's a candy. But the one thing I don't understand about the candies, which I haven't looked up yet, so I'm not 100% sure if they're useless, but from my perception, it seems like they're useless. I've been through about every page of the app, and it seems like candies are useless. I can't even see how many candies I have. I don't know if that's just me or what, but I have never been able to find a use for the candies, and that kind of upsets me. But if you enjoy fun little, easy kind of things, and you might have some friends that are already into MeTomo or interested in MeTomo, I totally recommend it. Pro tip, turn on battery saver mode, otherwise your battery will drain. My iPad here, I usually get 2 to 3 days of battery life with, moderate use of it. But when I play MeTomo, it's more like I get maybe a day of battery life with MeTomo. So I think Nintendo can work to improve that, because I'm not really sure why it's sucking up so much battery, because it seems to be a decently simple app to run, and the graphics aren't anything crazy. They're nothing like Unreal 4 graphics. So I have a hard time understanding why the app uses so much battery power, especially so much battery power that it warrants having a power save mode built in, which I really do appreciate, but I just don't understand why it's using so much energy. So that is, I guess, kind of a recommendation for you guys if you are into trying the latest and greatest apps. It is available for iOS and Android, though I don't know if this is just me, but I had a very hard time logging in to MeTomo on my Android phone, so I personally recommend the iOS version, but if you have Android only, good luck. So that's going to do it for me today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Today's another shorter episode, but hopefully next week I will have some more content for you guys. It was just a matter of making sure that I could get the shots I needed, and I wasn't able to get a couple of those shots I wanted for the third segment. Again, another weather thing, so hopefully I'll have that for you guys next week, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So feel free to like, comment, subscribe if you really like me. I hope you do, but if not, I understand, and I'm okay with that. But with that said, thank you for watching, and have a great day.